We have returned.
Welcome back to Phoenix Wright and the tale of the man with the hairpiece. Oh boy. Okay.
The accused is charged with 2 cases of larceny and murder. Yesterday, the Founder's Orb was stolen from the treasure room in the temple.
Can't get over temple.
Who could?
In addition to the theft, 2 other things were discovered in the treasure room. A dead body of Mr.
Patrol. The patrol.
Of Mr. Patrol.
Remember when the Ace Attorney pun names were actually clever?
Temple security guard and an empty treasure box that housed the orb, which Mr. Roll was in charge of guarding. We believe that Mr. Roll was murdered by the thief who stole the treasure.
That's probably true.
To kill a god with a gun. What a terrifyingly bold act.
I couldn't agree more, Your Majesty. Please allow me to submit the evidence, the victim's autopsy report, and the crime photo.
Yeah.
And they added to the court record jingle changed.
Well, 0 stars, terrible game.
Got us some evidences.
I mean, it's all the same, like, intervals. It's just different notes, really.
Yeah, I know.
It's been a long time since we had evidence presented to the court as well. It's kind of refreshing, actually. Ha ha ha!
We may rely on the power of the seances, but our police still carry out investigations.
Why?
Thus, any proof I provide is indisputable.
Someone in the chat said something a little earlier, saying when every normal trial ends with a guilty verdict, Payne didn't actually prosecute anything in the last 3 months and got famous. Sounds legit.
Yeah, that sounds about right for Payne. Oh, really? Well, forgive me if I don't just take your word for it. I can check the evidence out myself by looking at the court record.
We know how to play the game, Ace Attorney.
Yeah,
this is the
maybe
6th game.
Someone's playing this one first. Maybe
Why?
little tiny babies picking up this game for the first time, defending his first witness.
Aw.
Aw. We'll see just how thorough you and your police were, Mr. Payne.
Such a deplorable crime. The audacity of stealing sacred treasures for Her Holiness, our founding mother. It's a crime that strikes the very heart of our nation.
Exactly, Your Majesty. We mustn't let the culprit get away with these heinous deeds. Indeed, such deeds are best described as treason against the crown.
Your crown, or the crown of Kurain? Is that treason really? Is that treasure really such a valuable object?
How could you even say such a thing? It's an orb, the most valuable of shapes. Why? Sealed within the treasure is the very soul, the
Mitama.
mitomo of the Holy Mother.
That's what they said about the jar they broke in Ace Attorney 2.
Well, you know, it's the same country, essentially. Her soul is sealed within the treasure. I think I'll take that with a grain of salt.
Also, why would you, like... That seems mean to put somebody's soul in there and trap them in an orb.
No, it's very respectful. You know, it's like when you put someone's ashes in an urn.
But it's their soul.
You say soul, I say... Grr! You don't believe it, do you? Of course I believe it. Something tells me I'd better play along. This kind of irreverence is exactly why I dislike defense attorneys so much. Your Honor, your Majesty.
What is it now?
This treasure, I've never seen it, so it's a little hard for me to imagine. Could I see a photo of it or something?
I gotta have it in my court record.
Of all the outlandish requests, your defense attorneys are truly beyond the pale.
He's been getting awfully angry with me. And those aren't veins popping... And are those veins popping out of his anime forehead?
It's forbidden for anyone outside the royal family to view the treasure itself.
That's convenient.
They say that anyone without the proper spiritual power would be blinded immediately.
Also convenient.
That is why the average person has never seen the treasure.
Excuse me.
And how do you know it's gone?
Contradiction. How did the little boy take it?
Yeah. How's the little boy not blind?
First objection. He's faking. He is blind. Oh my god! Ace Attorney does it again.
What a turnabout.
I guess there are national treasures. I guess there are national treasures that are off limits to the public back home too.
Phoenix Wright is gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
Phoenix Wright, played by who's the guy who plays the national treasure?
Nick Cage.
Nick Cage. Phoenix Cage.
For the benefit of shamefully uninformed defense, let me share a newspaper article.
I just happen to have it in my pocket.
You can't read it, it's in Koreanese.
It includes photos taken right about 8 years ago, when your treasure was unearthed. These are the only public photos of the outer box in existence. So yeah.
Also, how do they check to make sure it's not in the box because if it was, they'd open it and be blind.
Maybe the Holy Benevolency checked it or something.
Or I guess if it was open and empty.
Yeah.
But then how would they know it was there to begin with?
Oh, plot
Checkmate.
twist.
Checkmate.
Objection. Gotcha.
What's more, is the treasure box only leaves the temple's treasure room but once a year, for special New Year's rite that takes place on New Year's in this palace. Therefore, this treasure has only ever been seen in a handful of people.
Okay, thank you.
I hear there's been a string of thefts lately of historic artifacts from the temple.
Right, Your Majesty. Inexcusable thievery of precious national treasures.
Excuse me.
Precious national treasures of personal gain. And the culprit is the accused.
So he used his position as a monk in training to get his hands on the treasure, is that it?
The accused family is by no means wealthy. To help the family's finances, He works as a tour guide in addition to his aesthetic training.
Well, guilty. Got him.
Thank you for giving an excellent outline of the case, Mr. Payne. Now then, no more questions from the defense, I presume?
Hold on, wait. If Payne is the chief prosecutor, what about the other prosecutor that's like the main prosecutor in the game?
Doesn't he go to America?
I don't know. Maybe.
What?
I kind of tried to avoid spoilers for the game, so I don't really know anything.
I think he must go to America. They're on an exchange program. America gave this place an attorney, and this place gave America an attorney.
I need, like, a foreign exchange student now.
What? No, I do have more questions.
Even more? But you just asked a bunch.
So needy, Phoenix.
Well, make it snappy. My class starts in just a few short minutes.
Do you think the judge, like, went on a trip to here on vacation, slipped and bumped his head, got amnesia, and decided to be the new judge here?
Chelsea, I have to say, that is exactly what I think happened.
Headcanon accepted. That or this is like his long-lost twin.
What? He's still planning on going to that?
No, clone.
Oh my god. That's crazy. What? He's still planning on going to that stupid thing? There's still a lot I don't know about the case. I should ask how while I have the chance. Let's see, what else do I need to know more of?
The crime scene, the weapon, or the motive?
I think the weapon. Oh, it's a gun, right? Time for rifle markings.
You can go to the court record. It's on the top right.
Oh. Oops, I did that instead by mistake.
It's okay.
What do you claim is the defendant's motive?
They'll probably just let us ask all 3 questions.
Yeah.
Mr. Payne has already explained that. He wanted to sell the treasure in order to...
Who would he sell the treasure to? No one can look at it. Who's gonna buy that stupid treasure? Oh yeah. Guess it slipped my mind.
Haha!
Oops, whoopsies. I'm a good attorney.
So it's true what they say about lawyers from... not listening to anyone but themselves. Ooh.
Don't be racist against lawyers.
Yeah, the race of lawyers. My apologies, Your Majesty. Please let me give it one more try.
Very well, if you must.
Let's see, what do I need to know about? I guess we don't know about the crime scene? Okay, court record. Here comes my finger.
Autopsy.
Cause of death.
Contusion from head injury.
Okay.
So he was bludgeoned.
Crime photo. But they said he was shot with a gun.
Yeah, I remember something about that too. Were they talking about something else?
I don't know. I want to know more about that weapon. Tell me of the weapon. Mr. Payne, what was the murder weapon?
The murder weapon was the treasure box itself.
Gasp.
Is it?
Payne.
It's really big, little kid. How did he overpower this man with a giant treasure box?
I don't think he's tall enough to get up to his head.
Yeah. Objection number 2.
The empty treasure box left the scene had a large blood stain on it. How utterly reprehensible using something sacred as a treasure box for the murder.
Oh wait, that's the judge.
How utterly reprehensible, using the sacred treasure box as a murder weapon.
Oh hey, we got
Ooh,
a
a
map.
map. This is a very tasteful floor plan.
The accused came to the treasure room with the express purpose of stealing the treasure.
Payne is turning into Lynn from Ghost Trick.
Well, I'm running out of pain juice.
He climbed the altar and the stairs and shattered the box, ready to abscond with the treasure. But he was discovered by Mr. Roll, who had come to the room in the course of his rounds.
So he was on patrol.
I mean, I guess you could call it that.
After walloping Mr. Roll in the head with the treasure box, the accused forced the bloodied housing open and made off with the treasure inside.
Bullshit. I don't believe it for 1 second. I'm an ace attorney. Where's Gumshoe?
Oh man, do you think Gumshoe comes back?
God, I hope so.
I know Emma comes back.
That's cool. But the defendant's just a little boy.
Thank you, Phoenix.
Little tiny boy can't lift up a box. I hardly think he would be able to hit the victim, a grown man, on the head.
Maybe if he had like a ladder or step ladder.
Oh yeah, I mean, it seems feasible. Ah, very good point, Mr. Wright, but I'm afraid...
That's not Payne's voice.
Oh, I'm sorry.
A very good point, Mr. Wright, but I'm afraid
His voice changed.
that won't help
Finally hit
you.
puberty.
At the time of the crime, here on, called Crime Time, the accused was on the stairs leading to the altar. The accused in an elevated position would more than make up for the difference in stature.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. But how did he lift it over his head, tiny boy?
Mr. Payne, your reasoning is flawless. I love you. And your crown. What an elegant argument. Hats off to you, Chief Prosecutor.
Oh man, no wonder Payne likes it here.
I ship it.
Oh. Cross.
Your title is absolutely well earned.
Any artists out there in chat, draw me some fan art. I want to see it.
I don't.
Well, the accused's guilt is certainly conclusive.
We didn't even get to witness testimony. What is this?
Unless there is anything else, I'm ready to declare my verdict. Very well. In that case,
Objection!
I find the
Objection!
accused.
Objection!
Just one moment, Your Majesty. Don't you think you're rushing the verdict a little bit?
Teeny tiny bit.
No, I don't think so.
I told you I have plans to attend to. And... fuck! I'm late. I'm already... It's already started. How did this trial fly by so fast?
Well, guess we might as well do it now.
He's still stuck on that. Bam. We haven't even heard the defendant's side of the story yet. Your Majesty, the defense asserts its right to cross-examine the defendant.
What is this cross-examination you speak of?
Is it a bun? Huh? Did I say something funny?
Cross-examine the... What do you mean by that?
I guess we're gonna do the tutorial by teaching them how to cross-examine.
Oh, God.
I guess that makes more sense than being like, hey Phoenix, do you know how to cross-examine a witness?
What? What do you mean? What do I mean?
I see that there's some... I seem to have some recollection of the process, but I can't quite recall.
And little wonder a so-called defendant hasn't been questioned in 20 years.
But witness testimony is like the meat of the trial.
No, now it's the crystal ball dance.
Oh yeah.
Should I even be surprised anymore?
No.
Anyway, I demand that the defendant, or the accused, tell his side of the story.
Was that really necessary?
Guess?
Of course it's necessary, Your Majesty.
What harm could it do? I say we allow the boy to speak, Your Majesty. Though I doubt he'll have anything of relevance to say.
Oh, how kind of you, Your Royal Paininess. Bravo, Phoenix. Well done. Wait, did he just make a penis joke?
No.
It said penis right there on the screen.
Very well, as long as it's okay with you, Mr. Payne. I'm already hopelessly late for my class anyway.
It's a class for, like, basket weaving or something.
In that case, the prosecution calls the accused back to the witness stand.
Oh, but before we do that, I'd better call my wife and apologize for missing the class. Let me just pull out my celly. Any objections?
Go for it, Your Majesty.
Magistrate.
Your Majesty. Why is there an R?
Okay, so let's take a quick little break.
Let's split that recording.
We'll be back in just a second.